last game?
Yeah, man, it means a lot. I think, time here, time you put into anything, when it finally comes to a close, and I think in a lot of situations, you're not in control of when that closing time is, or you don't know when exactly the last day will be. But for me to know, having the foresight going in, that it's the last step in the journey for me at Ohio State, I think it's going to be I'll be very pensive leading up to it, and throughout it. I want to appreciate it the best I can, and I think that appreciating it and the work that I put into it, and everybody that's come before me, everybody who's poured into me, looks like giving my best on that day, and so that's what I'm gonna do.
As a leader, what kind of your role been in terms of getting the team back on track after what happened?
I think. That it's hard because, like I said, we put a lot of work into it. A year worth of work goes into that, and coming up short in something like that it's something that has so much emotion also vested into it. It gets hard, but I think the mature group, the group that we have in the locker room, can come back from that and I guess persist or persevere, through it, and have something to show at the end of the year, and that's what's important. So, leading a group of guys who is willing, and not only willing but matured enough to take that next step and put the past behind us and put our best foot forward. I think that being able to lead a group of guys like that has been a blessing for me this year, and that's what that team is.
What have you seen? We got to see both Devin and Lincoln, and just what are they showing you guys in practice?
Yeah, both of them are taking reps, and I think that both of them show some exquisite playmaking ability. So we're confident with whichever guy Coach Day gives nod, or whoever goes forward. We'll be confident, and we're going out there to win the game. Yeah, it's a brotherhood at Ohio State, truly. And so going out there with my guys, going out there with my brothers, one last time is exciting for me. And just being able to put our best foot forward, and I think it shows how much we truly care about each other, our team, and this university. I think for them, to make the decision to play. Is just something that shows how much they love the game, shows how they approach the game as grown men, as people who are just in love with the game of football and want to get another game under their belt. And so I think that having them on the team or on the field is going to be something that is very beneficial for the Buckeyes. I always say, however I can help the team win, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to, put my best foot forward, and whatever Coach Day asks of me, I'm going to try to deliver my best. So with the help of the Lord.
Thank you, Sonny.
They were kind of working on establishing their leadership in the program. What have you seen change in them since Kyle left and kind of soon as they kind of steps up into that?
I think Devin's done a great job of leading with the opportunities given to him throughout the season. So honestly, he's just being himself out there. I think that is important. A lot of times I think sometimes you see guys struggle when they're trying to emulate somebody else. So the next step in the maturation process for every quarterback who's taking over the reins, whether that's because of a quarterback going on to the NFL, going to the draft, or whatever that may be, is them being themselves in that role. And so I think Devin's done a great job of being himself. And I think that you'll see Devin out there you'll see him be himself whenever he gets the chance to lead. And so.
What does that mean himself? Define Devin Brown.
He's a playmaker. He's a confident guy. He's a dude who improvises. He's a dude who goes and makes throws and is very confident. And he's vocal leader. So just seeing that and having an opportunity for him to flash that a little more, you see the confidence exuding even the more. So
I was over at the Sonny Styles availability, so I went over when you started. Mm-hmm. Where are you hanging out during bowl season? Are you hanging out running back room, or are you hanging out in the receiver room? Where are you hanging out?
So game planning will start tomorrow. So we'll see. We don't really know yet.
I mean, there's
Right.
many guys missing the running back room, and then who knows who's going to be missing the wide receiver room. What's your motto for you personally going into this last 2 weeks?
Help the team win. Whatever I got to do to help the team win, go beat Missouri, be 1-0 in the bowl season. That's where I will be, and I'll be full-heartedly there. And it could be kicker. I go out there and try to kick. I can't even kick, but that wherever Coach Day says we need you, Xavier, that's where I put my feet.
What's your range?
Shoot. Maybe the 10-yard line. But I think punter would be better. I can play some punts a little bit.
Xavier, you talked about some of the doubts you had earlier in your career. I'm curious, when you see how much the transfer portal has proliferated and how many guys are doing it, do you ever think back, like, man, if this had been a few years ago, like, maybe I would have done the same thing these guys
So if I'm being completely honest, yes, those questions cross my mind. But then I just go back to everything I've learned, and just the road that the Lord has taken me on, and this journey, though it hasn't been exactly what I would, I guess, scripted. Xavier Johnson, the 18-year-old, I think it's been beautiful in its own way, in its own right, and I wouldn't change it for the world because of everything I've been through. I've gained a lot of I guess perseverance, or gained a lot of like headstrongness and resilience and everything throughout the process. And I think that if I was to leave, that might not have been the case. And so I'm very grateful for the path that the Lord took me on. It's only a path that He could write, so He's gonna get all the glory for it. And so at the end of the day, I think I'm gonna look up 5-10 years later and be a better man, a better father, a better husband, a better son, a better man of God, all that just because of the path that the Lord has led me on. And so to say that I would have chose a different route, I can't say that. And sometimes it's like, dang, I wish I would have had, I would have done X, I would have done Y, I would have done Z. But the choice that I chose led me to be the man I am today. So I wouldn't exchange that for the world.
You played wide receiver and running back in a college football playoff game and contributed heavily at both. I mean, you've kind of carved a pretty good niche, haven't you?
Yes. I think, again, like I said, I don't know if I would be in the position I am and have the versatility I have today if it wasn't for, the trials and tribulations that it looked like back then. So I'm extremely excited to have gone on with Ohio State. I'm extremely excited to have my name be captain and have my name etched in history that way. And my name will be attached to Ohio State, and I pray that it's in a good light. So,
All right, Xavier, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.